what I used to be tremendously jealous over was like when I used to be like, and just say like, especially like the younger grades, like elementary school. If we had like windows in our school or whatever, and I just happened to be in a classroom that may have had like some angle of the street, or maybe in the cafeteria, or walking down the hallway and see through the front door, just some angle of the road in some form or fashion of me being able to see like people driving or whatever. And mind you, I can't drive, I'm a kid. But just them being out there and me being in school, knowing I have to be here, like being in school, especially at that age, you're not even thinking about skipping school. You know what I'm saying? Like in elementary school, you get dropped off at school, you're there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're bold enough to leave school 9, 10 years old, like you're a badass kid. Like
right, yeah.
Like you're not skipping to at least late middle school, early high school, or somewhere in high school, whatever like that. So, and I didn't skip till high school. So, but I say that to say I used to see people like driving whatever like that, and like me just knowing that they had that freedom and I didn't, used to just make me sick to my stomach. It used to make me hate school even more, like when I was there, because
for sure
it's like, yo, these and to fast forward even to many years later when I was in basic training for the Army. I don't know if I had ever told you this, but long story short, you know, there's a bunch of companies and, you know, basic training just say, you know, come at, so everybody on the entire base didn't come in at the same time and leave at the same time. Like everybody's coming in at different times, whatever, starting at different times, finishing at different times. So you could be on base on week 2 and watching somebody else graduate. You know what I'm saying? So I experienced that. Like we got a long way to go. We drill sergeant cussing us out. We doing push-ups. And I just see other people walking with their families and shit. Like this. And I never forget thinking to myself that day. It was on like a Tuesday or something, Tuesday. It was a shitty ass day. I remember thinking to myself, like, boy, I cannot wait until I get to this shoot. And it's not that base training was hard. It was very aggravating. You know, I was older. I was 25 when I joined. I was dealing with a bunch of 18-year-olds and shit.
Oh shit! I didn't realize you were that old.
Yeah. I joined after college.
Wow. But you didn't do ROTC or anything like that. You joined as a private?
Well, no, I joined as a specialist because I had a degree.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But I also got out as a specialist too because I turned down a promotion.
So, what would you have been promoted to?
I could have went to officer school, or I could have went to just E5 to sergeant.
Oh, okay. How long were you in the Army for?
Just 3.5 years.
For sure. You know, I told you before that that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid, right?
You can swipe over. JJ just hopped on. He ain't got no audio yet, though. JJ, you ain't got no sound, brother. Man, tell me he just started using Zoom. He already got his damn profile picture.
Picture? I don't even know how to do that.
All right, exactly. I've been using this shit for the whole quarantine months we've been doing this. I still ain't figured that shit out.
Yep, he's gone.
Yeah, there it is. But yeah, like, but so I remember when we got to our family day, because you have a family day first, then a graduation day. I remember we got to our family day, and I remember, and you can always tell what phase a particular platoon or company or whatever is in, because like anytime you march, you always have to carry a
unit flag.
Yeah, it's a unit flag, but it's called a guidon or whatever. And so, but in basic training, the color represents what phase you're in. So it's a red, white, and blue phase. So red phase is the hardest when you first get there. It eases up in white. By the time you get to blue phase, you get ready to graduate. And then you get to red, white, and blue phase. Your very last, I don't know if it was the last week or the last day or something. I forgot what it was, but I remember seeing somebody walking with their red flags still in there, whatever, and I was just like, boy, I'm so glad I ain't done motherfuckers, man.
Sure.
I remember feeling that feeling. You know what I'm saying? I remember, hey.
Bro, I don't know how your like high school was set up, but like when we used to be at football practice and you would see like all the kids like going home from school, bro, that shit sucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure. Because you like, man, I got to sit here and get yelled at, and because honestly, I've never, all the years I played football, you can tell me if you felt different. I never liked practice, like in none of the years.
No,
like I never enjoyed practice. Never.
There was one year that practice was fun. That was like It was like spring ball, my like 9th grade year, 10th grade year. And it was just fun because I had a dope coach, but that coach got hurt and then like didn't coach anymore. And then after that, football sucked forever.
Oh, wow.
But I had like one, what spring football, like 6 weeks, maybe not even that, 5 weeks.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I only played 9th and 10th in high school. Then I didn't play 11th and 12th grade.
Really? You didn't, but you were on varsity though.
No, I never played a down to varsity football in my life.
But then you went to college football, didn't you?
Yeah. Hey, JJ, turn your phone sideways, bro, so it can be long ways on here. And then, yeah, you got to swipe your shit if you want to see everybody. What's wrong with this nigga? This nigga turned this. What man doing? But yeah, no, so the way I went to college was because basically, like because I barely graduated high school because I had fucked out bad when I got to Tampa. Like I didn't play because I was an elder. It wasn't like I wasn't like got cut and then my parents moved me from Atlanta to Tampa in the second semester of my 10th grade year. So I played 9th and 10th in Georgia, from 6th all the way to 10th grade in Georgia, and then in Florida I played that spring, but I didn't even get to play in the spring game. Like I did all the practicing, like I was balling or whatever, like I was playing safety at the time, and I didn't play in the spring game because I was ineligible. Doing something with the transfer, and then I don't know.
Yeah, you transfer, you can't play for a year.
After a while, no. This is in high school, not in college.
That's college.
Yeah, but it looked nice as fuck in Miami. But you don't even look like you're in the same
Seriously,
place.
bro, the rain stopped.
Look like Jay in the shady side of Miami, man. That nigga JJ got clouds and shit.
Bitch, I ain't had clouds like all year. How y'all boys holding up?
Are we good, man? Oh, I'm good. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. Shit, I'm
pretty good, buddy.
Jay look like he done lost his damn lace front.
Pretty much feel how I look.
Where's the rest of your hair? You got that tight of a ponytail? It literally look like you just got an afro right now. Like you cut your shit.
He ain't get his shit retwisted in a long time.
It been about 4 months.
Damn.
That boy, new growth got new growth, man.
I don't like getting my shit done like that. I get it done about every 6 months.
I used to be the same way when I had dreads. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I had dreads, that was really the purpose of me getting them because I was so lazy. I got tired of always having to get braids and shit redone. I was like, man, I'm gonna lock these shits up.
Exactly.
I can throw it in the ponytail, and it's always a hairstyle, man.
I got tired of getting haircuts every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I used to keep a haircut.
I love getting my hair cut.
What happened, Ginger?
Lonnie said that.
Oh, that was Lonnie said he liked getting his haircut.
I thought you had said something though. It looked like he had said something. His sound just cut out.
This man just ain't give a fuck about what Lonnie said. He was like, "Yeah, I love getting my haircut."
Yeah, fuck that. Whatever.
He said he liked his haircut.
Lonnie said something. Lonnie said some shit.
Like, no, but JJ.
I heard Lonnie, but what JJ said.
You're right. No, but what you say, JJ? I ain't say nothing. No, but I thought you said something.
The nigga enjoy getting
that boy, they start writing. That boy just ignore all white people, huh? You don't give a fuck. Yeah, I heard that cracker. JJ, what you said? Niggas get ruthless, boy, around this time, boy. Put your foot down in the wrong conversation. You can go protest regardless, I see.
What you got going on? But it seems like every time I see you, boy, you always smoking a roach, even in person. Like, I don't never see you when the blunt start. This nigga always got a roach in there.
Hey, y'all ain't gonna invite me here to roast me, nigga. I can't even say what's up. Fuck y'all.
And always online with the big ass loud pack. Like, hey, nah, it's too loud.
I just want roaches. Don't worry about how big my joint is, nigga. I'm high, nigga, every time. It's quarantine, nigga. You rolling full joints during quarantine?
2 and 3 every time.
What you mean?
Hell nah. Not Rudy. Rudy, boy, I ain't gonna. Boy, Rudy, I'm gonna roast your ass, bitch. I was watching one of these shits one time. You was on that bitch with an instant in your hand, bitch. I was like, what the fuck? Put that little hoe out, bro. Put that hoe out, bro.
Hey, man, take your hand off the microphone, man. You muffling yourself, man. JJ, take your hand off the microphone. You muffling yourself, man. I can't hear you.
I say one time I was watching this video, bro. You was on this bitch with an incense, bro.
Yeah.
That bitch was so small, bro, like you were doing a prayer in this motherfucker.
Hell,
I said, you need to put that little bitch out, bro. You try to smoke so bad.
Man, that's just the camera, man. You're making it look small.
Just go a couple days without smoking, bro, and double up, bro.
Hey, man, I shoot podcasts that require me to smoke, man. You know what I'm saying?
But you been stuck in the house, like, you still stuck in the house, like, for real, for real.
I was stuck in the house before the quarantine. I was going to school and comedy clubs, nigga. That's it.
that part.
And I wasn't hanging out at the comedy club. I ain't got no comedian friends out here in LA. Like I wasn't sitting there at 2:00 in the morning and shit. Hey, I used to be Jeff 1F. I used to be trying to go first on the list. Hey, let me go first. I can get the fuck out of here. I'm just trying to do my time. I am not trying to hang out at all.
In and out there, real quick.
That's how you be seen, though.
Bro, no, I be seen. I got booked from it, but I'm saying like, but as far as like, I tried. Like I tried to sit around, but like this day conversation is just not the same, bro. Like it just ain't the same. Like if I had niggas to talk to out here, you think I would be sitting here talking to you niggas all the time? Nah.
That shit's crazy. That Chris says the same damn thing in DC.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I did comedy in DC, and I got comedian friends in DC. But even then, I never had what we had in Miami in reference to like consistently linking up outside of whatever club or bar or whatever we was in front of, and like that was like our consistent green room or the table or whatever. Like we always was there. We look forward to always showing up, seeing my niggas. We waiting to hear our name called, whatever, you know, if JJ hosting, he coming in and out, or if I'm hosting, I'm coming in and out, or you know, whatever the case may be, like, but that was like our sanctuary. Like, and I never minded like staying there to 2, 3 in the morning or whatever, even maybe having to get up early the next morning because like that was like I used to look forward to that shit. I used to love coming to the open mics and shit. Not only to perform, but it's like, but I never realized that until I got out here. Like when we was doing it, it just felt regular. So I knew I was enjoying it, but I never knew that it was what kept me going. You know what I'm saying? So when I came out here, I'm self-motivated like a motherfucker. Like I'm really just doing comedy because, you know, I'm a comedian. It ain't because like it's fun. It's fun on stage still, but I'm saying like
you ain't got like niggas that hang out to make that shit.
Yeah, but the offstage shit, I literally just be sitting in shows by myself. Like I just be sitting there waiting on my turn. Hey, you next. All right. Now I stand up, whatever like that, get ready, go on stage wide open. Crowd. Hey, come off stage. I sit down for like one more comic after me. After he get off, I start dapping niggas up. Hey, y'all boy, I'm out, man.
That's how I used to be at Mystic Joint.
Say it again.
That's how I used to be at Mystic.
Y'all niggas be talking at the same time. Okay, Jay.
That's how I used to be at Mystic Joint.
Mystic Joint. Okay.
Yeah.
That was what's the name joint, right? Your boy. That's
Oh yeah, that's Rodrigo's little spot. That was like his You talking about Rodrigo?
Oh, Rodrigo. Oh.
Yeah, that was his little spot. He used because it's a smoke shop, but they got like the kava bar and all that shit. So
right,
he used to be over there for that shit. And they
had Rodrigo ran it.
No,
I thought that's what you were talking about. He said that's his spot.
No. I'm saying who was the host? Like who ran the spot?
Dude named David. He ain't no comic.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I know him from the neighborhood. Like I think we went to the same school. But yeah, as far as I know, that's his only thing. But he been doing it for a couple of years. But the whole vibe over there is different. Like the niggas who frequent that shit, they love it. But like I went over there about 3-4 times. I wasn't feeling it at all.
Yeah, you don't fuck with it?
Like they show love. They show love.
You might as well perform at the racetrack or the mobile or some shit. You feel me? It's the same. It's the same vibe, bro.
I had fun. I had fun while performing, but first of all, I had to wait 3 hours before getting on there, and there was no type of structure as far as lists. I'd be like, hey, you know when I'm finna go? I got you, bro. I got you.
Is that not to cut you off? Is that the same place where the nigga who was in the who played the deaf nigga in Sensitive Census that we said we seen him at?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was that's up north. That's in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it just ain't had no structure. Like I said, he not an actual comic or whatever.
Didn't he like not tell you when you were going on until like the last second?
No, literally, you don't know until he calls you up.
Right, like from the microphone on stage.
Yeah, he get up there, he'll be like, all right, let's see who we go. Y'all go ahead and give it up for blah blah blah. Like when the first time he called me up.
Wait, Jay. He started off with let's see. Like he don't even know who coming up next. Like
it's a surprise for everybody. It's a surprise for everybody. Let's see. Cause I think he had a little crumpled up piece of paper where he actually wrote down, people's names, but he wasn't going in order.
Right.
So, cause you got people who's there every week or whatever, and then there's people that he know, whatever the case is. So
he just Christmas tree in that hole. Like he just choosing shit.
There's that. Then there was the whole fact of like these fucking intermissions. Mind you, this is not a comedy show. It's an all arts open mic. So niggas is doing whatever they want to. My dog went up there and performed his mixtape, the whole mixtape, because ain't no time limit.
Right.
Nigga went up there and performed the whole mixtape, called his homegirl up, and then they swapped off because they had 2 songs together. Then they swapped off, and she did her mixtape. And then you have these intermissions after like 3 or 4 people go up or whatever, dude say, all right, we're gonna vibe out for a little bit. We'll be back in a little bit. And that's like 10 minutes right there.
Jesus Christ.
My God, bro. That is so, oh my God. Keep going.
Bro, nah, like that's pretty much it. Like the most outstanding part of the whole situation was the first time I went, there was a dude who, if I didn't know, or matter of fact, when I got there, he was outside, so I just thought he was just like a frequenter of the smoke shop. He was coming to enjoy the show. Apparently, this nigga's a rapper. He's around 45, something like that. Short. He's picture Lonnie if he trimmed the goatee and he was like a foot shorter, and all the fat that he had just like expanded.
Mushed.
Yeah, just mushed. So he was fat.
Okay.
Way more bald. I think he likes getting his haircut too.
All right.
Way more bald.
Stop roasting me, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Way handsomer. Like,
right. Listen, no. He is you if you lost a foot off of your height and just failed at everything. Like this is how I picture him. This is how I picture him, right? So
wait, this guy was white?
Yeah.
This story that you've told me 100 times about the rapper is white? The one that challenged Eminem? Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh,
I thought this was clear. I described what he looked like to you. I thought this was clear.
My God.
Oh, yeah. This is a white dude the whole time. And he gets up there, and he's doing this song. He's rapping over the actual track. So it's not even instrumental. He's rapping over the actual track that is mixed horribly. So the track itself doesn't sound that great, and then he's rapping over it, so that doesn't sound great at all. And then comes to find out at the end of this whole aggressive ass song, this nigga is dissing Eminem. Does the next song,
some random motherfucker, Eminem ain't gonna never hear this song.
He dissing Eminem, and at the end, in the ad libs of the song, he's calling him out. Like this is how I even found out that he was dissing Eminem. He's calling him out. Yeah, Eminem. Fuck boy, you think you the greatest? Come on out. Like all kinds of shit. I was like, whoa, this is unbelievable. Then the next song he did, he was calling out Migos. So yeah, the dude was on the tear that night. The dude was definitely on the tear. But that's just the kind of shit. But even the people, like they were cool in their bubble or whatever, but I just wasn't vibing with them. I was there because I was there with Rodrigo. I'm listening to their conversation. No, I just wasn't into it. So that whole
but even with that, see, like you were at like a multi-talent show. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like out here, like I'm not only at comedy shows, like I'm inside of comedy clubs. Like this not even just that red bar. Like I'm at like such and such comedy cafe or such and such comedy club, and I'm literally just like, yo, I'm ready to go home. Like I'm ready to do my fucking time and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This shit is not.
But I think like in California, bro, it's one of them things where you gotta linger around and touch elbows with like niggas, bro.
I that's what I'm trying to tell you, JJ. I did. I'm not going off of what I just sat back and witnessed. Like I was sitting there talking or whatever, and then they would just be having conversations. I'd just be like, "Hey, I'm out, y'all boys." Hey, I'm out. You going already? Yeah, I'm gone, man.
I feel you.
Cause I'm telling you, cause I used to go to the I only had a few spots like I go to. I used to go to.
Nah, but I'm saying like not as far as like conversating with them niggas. I mean like just even like I feel like to come up in California, you gotta be like just hanging out with them niggas. You feel me? Like,
No, for sure. No. But I'm saying I'm not saying it's every person, but I'm saying just the places I've been. Like it's a lot of places to do comedy out here, so I haven't been everywhere. I don't know every comedian.
But for the most part, that shit weird.
But just out of all the places that I've been thus far. Like I've met some cool people. I ain't saying they like lame. It's just not the same.
Yeah,
it's
the same vibe.
Because they're all tight knit. Like they got certain people and they come in drooling. What the fuck?
You like the nigga that just transferred to school and shit.
You're right.
You looking for wood shop? They don't got wood shop, and you looking for that shit. Like,
right. I was like an A student at wood shop in my school, and I come in this motherfucker.
They don't even got that program.
They got cosmetology or some shit. They try to change me up all the way. Now I gotta become a barber.
I don't even be stressing stand up like that. And I ain't even know that shit no more. Like
you want to stress me when you was doing it, nigga.
I know you feel me, but not even worse, bro. Trust me, bro. Like now I really don't give a fuck. Like I don't know. The sports thing just made me just. I don't know. I guess I don't want to say I lost my passion, but I don't know. Man, the excitement going. I don't know. It's weird,
this nigga fucking gave up and shit.
So now what you doing?
I really gave up, but it's just like I don't know, bro. That shit just. Fuck that shit. I feel like we're gonna all have to start over. Niggas gonna be jumping out there in the field like they about that. I don't got time for all that shit right now. Be grinding.
What they got to do with you though?
Yeah, for real. You gonna get there, but that don't matter because them niggas gonna fall off. They gonna be like, you know what? I need to go back to what I was doing before the quarantine.
That's why I might not jump in the company like a good until like 2021. That's why I think I wrote it on Instagram when I'm not doing comedy until next year. And I think this year I'm just gonna chill out, bro. Get my jokes back up. Learn how to use a camera type shit. Like.
Oh yeah, I don't want to take that much of a break. Shit, I don't want to be taking the break that we taking now.
I'm itching. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm itching.
Yeah.
He said I'm itching.
I'm ready to bomb.
I go jump out there with the quarantine jokes. I don't even want to hear all that shit.
If I hear a quarantine joke, I'm out of here.
Well, you gonna hear it.
I'm done.
No, you definitely hear it.
You gonna hear it all day, but I mean, I ain't even worried about talking about the quarantine shit. I'm just ready to go out there and just interact with people.
But I'm saying these niggas couldn't come up with jokes for their entire life they live. They finna talk about the 2 months they lived in their house. I don't give a fuck about that.
Exactly.
but what I'm saying is, you're not an audience member. You ain't got to sit there and listen to that shit. You know
exactly,
what I'm saying? Bro, y'all are some of my closest friends in life, let alone comedy. And you know how many times I've actually sat and listened to y'all perform?
I don't even want to be around hearing the open mic is waste my room like that. You feel me? Like that, I gotta bring it back.
Once again, what you think? Even when I'm on stage, I'm not expecting everybody to come inside. Just come on stage. Like if everybody in the parking lot, like that's just what we doing. We out front. Like I don't.
Exactly. This is like one of the first times I did comedy, bro. I came to a show. I used to go to shows just to watch them and shit and learn. And the first time I went to one of the shows is when I think the Dolphins quarterback or a coach got caught with the hookers and the cocaine. I went to a show. Every comedian talked about the same shit. Dog, when I say me and all bro, I can't get so fucking annoyed, bro. I'm like, bro, I don't even watch sports. First off, I don't want to hit it.
But bro, what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. That's gonna be happening all over the country. Like it don't matter if they big, small, huge. It don't matter. Like everybody's gonna find a way to talk about this shit in some form or fashion that cater to their life. But what I'm saying,
and I only want to hear the good jokes, not the bad.
But this is what I'm saying. But you're not an audience member, so you don't have to sit there and listen to it. All you gotta do is worry about the 5-10 minutes or whatever that you get to be on stage. That's all you got to worry about. Because just like Jay said, everybody who all excited, I want to tell the quarantine joke. I'm trying comedy for the first time. It's gonna be that, but they're gonna eventually fall off. They're gonna leave. Like they're not gonna be around forever. But and
that's when I'm gonna show up.
But listen, but wait. But the even more beautiful part for you specifically, you're in Miami. You're in a city where you're already established with people who putting on these shows. So like you're not even in a position where you're fighting for stage time with the world. Me on the other hand, it's not a pity part for me, but I'm just saying in comparison out here in LA. Like I know, like maybe like 2 hosts at this point, but out here, Like, I'm paying for it, getting the ticket, putting it in the bucket, and waiting amongst all these new motherfuckers who want to try comedy. So you don't even have to deal with that. All you gotta do is just get on stage and just go. You feel what I'm saying? So like,
I pray for you, dog.
you have no reason to be unmotivated. Like, all you gotta do is just get on stage and just go. You don't. You already good at talking off the cuff and crowd work.
You know me, bro. When was our best shows? When we be in the back hyping each other up like it's a competition. I'm not hyped. I'm just not hyped no more, bro.
That's because you ain't been in the atmosphere. But you gonna get back there. We gonna stand by the bathroom. Not to cut you off, Jay. My last thing. If everything opened up in time, I still got my ticket paid for already to be in Miami the last week of July. Like. And if we able to do it, bro, I'm coming down there ready to rock. Bro. I'm not coming down there just to roll up and sit in the hood. Like, I'm trying to get on stage everywhere.
Facts.
I was only gonna do this little competition Manny had set up, that March Madness. I was gonna finish that shit, and I was gonna fall back from comedy for a little bit. Like, no cap, I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys.
I was about to say, I don't know how the hell you could be or lack motivation when one of our last shows was at that goddamn that Laugh It Up shit with Burger. I know you had already did it before, but that shit was exciting.
That was dope. But it's just like, you feel me? Feelings like that, you get every blue moon. Like, I don't know. Just doing the concert, I just realized, like, I don't know. I want to push something else. Like, I push comedy so hard. Like, you get me? I done established myself being a stand-up comedian. I feel like we all lack our social network presence. That's why I say I want to learn how to use a camera, bro. Like, I want my social network presence to be just as strong as me being good on that stage. Because if I'm known just as much as I'm known on the stage, on the internet, I blow the double amount. Yeah, if I could drop a video, 2 videos every week, like these niggas doing these lame ass videos, I blow, bro.
But you still need to be prepared when it's time to sell them tickets and it's time to get back on stage. Because see, one thing about where we at right now, like if we have an off night right now, nobody cares because they don't know us anyways. But you have an off night when you big and people paying to see you, they like, yo, I'm coming to see JJ, and then he not as funny as what he do on the internet, whatever like that. It's because you ain't been sharpen that too, bro. You gotta get
that should be happening with a lot of them niggas, them internet niggas.
That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I know they gonna happen. That's why I say it's not gonna be me. I'm already good in stand up, bro. Stand up, I used to give myself a break. I don't want to use those jokes I used last year. I just wanna, you feel me? When I come back in, I wanna start brand new, bro. I feel like
that's all well and good, but you feel like all right. So you feel like you'll come back with brand new shit and be killing.
I feel like when I do finally touch the stage, bro, y'all not gonna hear no joke I ever did before.
That's cool, but you still gotta sharpen your stand up. You still gotta sharpen your stand up sword while you coming up with your new bits or whatever.
I'm a bartender. Y'all don't forget I still be bartending. Y'all know I done started back bartending. That shit, you feel me? As long as I'm still bartending, bro, me talking ain't gonna ever go away type shit. You feel me? I'm still gonna be me regardless. I just don't want. I don't know. Y'all go see.
So you gonna run your bits on unsuspecting drinkers? You scumbag.
The same.
Running bits on customers.
It's no different. He'll be pouring drinks. Hey, what do white girls do better? What do they do better out of nowhere? Fuck your dick better, all right?
$10 tip right there. $10 tip right there. $10 tip right there. You right, bro. You right about that shit. Bobby, you know my bar. Hey, Rudy, you know my bar loose, bro. You know we be wilding, bro.
No, I'm not doubting your bartending skills. What I'm talking about is you doing comedy. That shit is like this is. If you needed a break, like this was more than enough break. Like this was more than enough. This was more than enough.
It's all a break. I goddamn need, goddamn it.
This is more than enough.
No, it wasn't, bro.
That interaction. Don't worry about it. See you just ain't been in that atmosphere in a while. But see you gonna pop up one day. You gonna see somebody on that stage kill I kill harder than that. And then you're gonna be like, then you gonna get that itch. You gonna get back up.
The second a girl posts JJ on his story, he's gonna be a comic again.
Right.
Honestly, this nigga frozen.
It's a wrap.
He frozen right now, man.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing about Zoom, but you don't never want to get caught with a stupid face getting frozen, boy. That thing.
Really, boy. You got the coldest in the city right now.
That's why I pick my moments.
You said it again.
That's why my dog be sitting over there like this the whole time.
Exactly. I'm always like chilling. I'm like looking at myself, making sure I'm cool, just in case I freeze.
Just in case I freeze.
Lonnie thinks every time he blinks, like he always thinks before he blinks. It's never just like a natural reaction.
Right? You be trying to do it extra fast so that shit don't freeze in the middle of the blink. Oh damn!
I gotta come back in. That nigga fucked up.
Froze to death.
Where's everybody else? Where's Seabass and we moved it for him. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, Seabass and CJ. Yeah,
I only did it this early because for Seabass because last week I told him we would do it early. You know what I'm saying? But so we're gonna have to move back to 9 or whatever like that for
Chris.
He's gonna be working or whatever. But see, last week Chris was fired. You know what I'm saying? He had no job. So he was like, "Oh, we can do it at 12." I'm
Y'all
like,
can see me.
huh?
Well, I thought y'all had to kick me. I said these niggas gonna kick me out. I told them
No,
He said he ain't no comic no more. Get the fuck out of here.
you still frozen out, man. You need to go back outside or wherever you was at, or disconnect from the Wi-Fi, whatever you're doing.
That boy look like a dildo. God damn. That boy hair look like a bullet. God damn.
Like a Tylenol pill, man. Got Jolly Rancher head. Is you back? Yeah, but you look smooth, man.
y'all not gonna be groceries.
Yeah, go back outside, nigga. That nigga tripping. That shit was flawless outside.
I am outside. Trying to get better service on.
There's always one. There's always one. We can't just get 4 guys.
It's always one. That is a fact.
Well, AJ, we don't know what you're saying, bro. We don't know what you're saying, bro. You need to go back to whatever you did when we first called.
That's fucked up.
You fucked up. You frozen.
You still can't hear me?
Now we can hear you.
You good.
Can y'all see me?
Yes.
You see, yeah, it's a little like jumpy, but it's good enough though.
It's a little DSL-ish.
Metro PC, like, turn your shit back sideways though. But yeah, man, I'm ready to get back on that shit. That's why I hit y'all up about the clip y'all wanted to post it, because I definitely wanted to post something other than just me sitting in front of a Zoom camera. Just so people know.
Ain't got shit that ain't already posted.
Just so people know what it is that I really do. You know what I'm saying? Like this just for marketing purposes. This just for exposure. It's just to build a platform, build a brand. But ultimately, it's better to sell them tickets.
That's all the way facts. That is all the way facts.
Shit, that's why any comedian trying to get in movies.
I'm gonna start dropping these videos on y'all last.
Hey, just make sure you don't use whatever camera and Wi-Fi you using now, nigga. Ain't anybody gonna see that shit.
Get your ass.
That nigga gonna go viral for being known for freezing up in mid-video.
That nigga gonna go viral for being the only nigga to use a flip phone on goddamn Instagram.
He gonna jump on. Hey, yo, hottest in the.
Hey, man. Oh, hey.
That's gonna be the end of the video. It's just gonna stop right there.
Oh, the real nigga.
Y'all gonna start talking about me.
Hey, we don't never know if you hearing us or not. It could be behind your back. It could.
For real.
I hear everything. Clear as hell. Y'all can't see me, nigga, but I can hear that audio coming through, nigga.
Oh man.
I can see your damn bone by the shoulder.
This shit.
Right.
Don't worry about me, dog.
Hey, JJ, who you fucking with these days in the music?
NBA Youngboy.
I heard his album hard.
I
My
like
little brother
NBA.
listening to that shit. He trying to get me to download it.
You know I still love Thug. I love Thug.
100.
I still listen to YNW Melly all the fucking time. But I just recently got on NBA. But that shit put me in a horrible feeling though. I be feeling like a gangster. It's like even music. I don't feel the same about music. I used to listen to music and want to get on stage and like.
JJ, first of all, talk with your face on the camera. Nigga, we looking at your shoulder the whole time.
I thought y'all couldn't get the video, so I was just trying to make sure y'all got my audio. But I don't really listen to music. I listen to music, but before when I listen to music, I used to want to like get on stage and act out my fucking rap persona on stage. But now I just listen to it to be like, it ain't the same.
This nigga is walking further from the
right, boy. You gonna sit your ass down by your router, nigga.
My comedy spirit, bro. apartments. I'm gonna go see if the internet working at the other.
Oh, okay.
So you want to be a Weird Al type nigga?
And we just come back to this nigga when he gets settled. This nigga. we have to go back to the questions when he finds some goddamn service. This man is. It look nice as fuck. It look nice as fuck. It look hot as fuck, but it look nice as fuck though.
Yeah.
Bro, we ain't seen the sun in like 2 weeks.
Oh, for real, it's been raining?
Nah, that's facts. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, there's been like floods, right? Did it flood by you guys?
Brickell. Yeah, Brickell was flooded.
Yeah, that was my office that they were showing. That's my office building.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Y'all took any damage?
I have no idea. I'm in Virginia. I don't give a fuck. Do
Yeah.
what
Oh, yeah, that's
What
right.
the fuck you doing in Virginia?
Just getting away, man.
Want to get away?
White people, they always got some far places to go when shit go down. Niggas, they go to their grandma house and shit.
The niggas go to their grandma.
Hey, what I was about to say? Bro, I love fucking morning time, bro. Like when I wake up and I see it's about to be a nice day outside. Even when I was in Miami, like, and I know like it ain't about to be rainy, it's just about to be sunny and shit. You see that sun coming up, especially when I used to be driving to South Beach, looking at them cruise ships and them houses and shit. I used to just get inspired. Like, damn, man, there's people really out here living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm coming from Opelika for sure. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's just my temporary residence, it ain't like I grew up there, but like I'm coming from my current situation. But like, yo, it's some motherfuckers out here living, and they not aliens. Like they regular human beings. You know what I'm saying? So like, this shit is definitely attainable as fuck. Niggas got boats and shit in their backyard and shit. I'm like, God damn, a boat in your backyard? Like you walk out your back door and you just go get on that motherfucker, just cause.
Yeah. You like get mad at your wife and you just go chill on your boat?
Right. I'm going to the yacht.
Fine, I'm sleeping on the yacht.
I'm sleeping on the yacht.
All right. Ain't no sleeping on couches, man. That's crazy. She get mad at you, you go sleep on a goddamn yacht. One jet ski with Craig.
You even think about it. You got a yacht in your backyard, and you want to have like a house party, but you the type of motherfucker that don't really like people in your house. Man, everybody walk around the side through the side gate. Walk your ass to that backyard. Go straight to the yacht.
People do that.
Yeah, don't step foot in the house. There's bathrooms on that motherfucker.
But also, think about it, Rudy, like if you're that guy that has a yacht in his backyard, you can also just hire people to like clean your party, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's facts as well.
You remember Magenta? She used to live on she used to work on a boat.
Right.
Like, she used to live on yeah. Same shit. Easy. Hey, man.
Yeah, she was a cook, I think, right?
Yeah, I think she was part of the wait staff or something like that.
Yeah, she was definitely serving drinks or whatever, but I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, but she loved that shit. She ain't had no complaints.
Right.
That's just pretty common in Miami. I mean, I remember doing crowd work at comedy shows in Miami and have come across people who, said they worked on boats and shit. So they get to drive them and shit when they need to be ran. Like they ain't been ran for a while, they get to drive them just to,
Well, like the rich people, when they're not using them, they like rent them out to other people to use them.
No, but I'm saying, I've seen the workers themselves just driving them just like, down the
Right.
A or whatever, and then back. Just, almost kind of like with a car, when you don't run your car for a while and you need to drive it, they'll let them do that. Like, so I'm saying like that boat life, you always got to live on there, but you do still get the luxury of being on the yacht. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty cool.
I remember one of the last shows that I had hosted at Sweet Caroline. I had that whole bench right there by the stage. It was like 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers was talking about. They came down here from, I think, Virginia or some shit to sell boats. And the motherfuckers just, you remember that, Lonnie? I don't know.
Yeah, it was for the boat show was going on.
Yeah. And the motherfuckers clearly had some kind of money.
Selling boats, my nigga. God.
Selling boats. I was like, oh, what brings you here? Oh, we're selling boats. They didn't say we're selling our boat. We're selling boats.
And the thing about it is you have to own something to be able to sell it. Like, and I'm not saying that they own it like they personal asset, but I'm saying they have some type of authority over those boats to be able to be the ones to say we're selling.
It was theirs because they were all family. I think it was like 2 couples or something. And no. It was like four dudes and one of the dudes' nieces or some shit like that. Yeah, something like that. But they were all like friends or relatives or some shit like that. But yeah, I was fucking with them a lot. But they all came in there. They had their button up and fucking goddamn golf shirts and shit. Yeah, they were they were definitely on vacation. They definitely had money.
I know it's not worth it.
Bro, it's so many motherfuckers who like make money doing shit that you don't even think about. Like especially like I was listening to Kevin Hart on it was the newer one, but he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. But long story short, he was just talking about how he likes to get information about just everything, because he was like, like people don't even realize that just say like a bottle or whatever has like a label on it, and there's somebody making millions of dollars just printing nothing but labels for for medicine bottles and soda cans and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And people don't even think, it's such a normal thing that you don't think about, but somebody figured that out and was like, yo, I'm gonna learn how to make these labels and then hire people and just keep opening, factories or whatever, and just make, and they sit back like this now off of this. They got a boat in their backyard right now off of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit you don't even think about. And I remember another thing I thought about. I definitely thought about this when I was in Miami, because they do so much construction. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the fucking cranes, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder, like who puts those up? You know what I'm saying? Them tall ass fucking cranes in the sky. Like, I never even seen one be built. Like, they just be there. Like, I never, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never saw it actually go up, but I've always seen new ones. Like, when did this happen? So my dad actually is an engineer. He works in construction. He doesn't actually do the work. I always tease him and say he watches people work, because he does. Basically, after they work, he inspects it to make sure it was done correctly type shit. But he knows about cranes with us. I asked him, and he was like, yeah, that's a whole separate company. Like, that's not even the construction company doing it. That's a whole other company who just does cranes. Like, and when a site needs crane, they come out there, put them up for them, whatever like that. And they make big breaks.
So before they even start construction on a structure, they have to construct the crane.
The crane. Yeah.
And that's something.
And sometimes they need another crane to build that crane.
Yeah, they use other cranes to build cranes.
Yeah.
So they gotta build those cranes first. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, which came first, the crane or the crane? I don't understand. This shit is goddamn confusing me. You need cranes.
Don't you remember that in Cocaine Cowboys? Did you guys ever see that movie? Cocaine Cowboys?
I did see that.
They talk about the cranes, because the cranes was like an indication of how much drug money was in the city at one time, because you could see like everybody building. Because apparently that's like how a lot of like drug guys, launder their money is with construction. And they had this like huge crane. It was like the biggest crane in the world. And they had to like ship in other cranes to build that crane. It was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Miami is like famous for its cranes. Like that's like a thing, because it's like there's so much illegal money in Miami that the cranes are like an indication of how the city is doing.
Right.
Wow.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's great.
Miami I've always seen cranes in my life, but I definitely noticed it the most when I was living in Miami.
Sure. And like Miami, we're always like we build buildings, but then we're like tearing other buildings down. So we're not like other cities that have like super old buildings.
Well,
like in New York.
Not to cut you off, but what's so crazy is that Miami doesn't have super old buildings as far as like commercial buildings, but as far as like housing, especially on South Beach, they'll keep them motherfuckers forever. Like, no,
but like, those things just came back. Like the guy that made Wynwood, Tony Goldwyn, he like revitalized South Beach. Like those buildings were like decrepit. It was like a crack den. Like when my mom lived in Miami during like the 80s, when it was like Scarface time, and she said that South Beach was like, you didn't go there like past a certain time at night. It was so dangerous.
Oh wow.
Like it was like you did not go past Fifth. That's like the right. Like when you get off on South Beach and you turn right, you did not go down that way.
Damn.
So that was
right, and that's South Beach.
That's
like the.
And I was gonna say, I used to feel comfortable when going to school in South Beach, or just even like get out of class late night, gotta walk to my car. Like I never looked around, nothing. I was looking at my phone.
Right. Bro, the worst thing you'll see in South Beach now is like a bum's penis. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna see. You don't have to worry in South Beach.
G shit! I just seen a dude jacking off at the goddamn bus stop over there by South Ridge on 200.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
that was
around
a
the
wild.
corner
That's a
from,
wild bus station, bro. Because of the mall, you got the mall right there, the turnpike, the bus line. That's a wild intersection.
I used to live right there on First Cutler. The first group of apartments right there behind the busway. First Cutler Garden.
Yeah.
I used to live there, so I used to be in that area all the time. Seen homeless dudes all the time, not a problem. Didn't see the jacking off until like you get to Dayland or get on the Metro Rail or something like that.
But see, I think the real question, Jay, is, well, where else is a homeless nigga supposed to beat his dick? Like I think,
listen,
like, hey,
we're getting philosophical now.
Like homeless. I'm gonna pose this question. I'm gonna let you answer because you gotta think about it. Homeless people get horny like everybody else, and they may not have the access to a vagina or whatever the case may be, and they got to get off somewhere. And if they're homeless, they don't have a room they can duck off in or whatever like that. They got to beat off somewhere. So my question to you is, where my man was supposed to jerk his chicken at?
Anywhere else except that bus stop in the middle of the afternoon where niggas can clearly see you.
Bro,
the sun is out.
Okay, but see now,
find a bush.
I'm gonna play.
You're on a bus stop on a busy street.
Wait until the sun goes down.
I'm gonna play homeless.
Pick a corner, nigga.
I'm gonna play homeless devil advocate. All right. So you know how like if a mosquito comes inside your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to kill that mosquito, and you're gonna feel like you're authorized to kill that mosquito because he don't live there. He don't belong there. You know what I'm saying? So like you like, yo, you don't belong in this house. Get out. Now, if you go outside,
horrible entrance. Continue.
Seabass, why do you have two fucking? You don't have any sound, and you got two things trying to be admitted. But anyway, so but if you go outside and a mosquito bites you, like that's on you. You went outside. It's one thing if he bites you inside your house. Now you pissed. Hey, get the fuck out. You don't belong here. You go outside and you get bit. Well, you are now where the mosquito lives.
You're in his territory.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, if a nigga is homeless, that means he does not have a home. So if that nigga is not inside your house beating his meat, if that nigga is not inside your house beating his meat, then you can't kill him like the mosquito. But
you're in his house.
Once you go outside, that's where he stays. That's just like saying that's just like saying why you can't sleep in a bush and not sleep by the bus stop. I'm outside. Like whatever I do, shit, eat, sleep, beat my meat, push-ups, whatever, it's going to take place outside. And you think after a while of me being homeless, I'm going to give a fuck if a nigga who lives indoors and can beat his dick in the comfort of his own bathroom is going to give a fuck if I'm jacking my meat at a bus stop? Hey, man.
Bus stop where plenty of people have to go.
Hey,
kids have to go. This nigga is on the bench.
Guess where he's going
off.
He ain't got nothing to lose.
If we lived in New York, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We would see it every day.
LA too.
No, listen.
Yeah. I done seen this shit since I've been out here. And he wasn't jacking off. He was just peeing.
I've seen the shit on the Metro Rail, but see, that's where it's normal at. I don't feel as comfortable on a street that I've been on several times, and this nigga's just at the damn bus stop. So, on a busy street. This is what I'm tripping about. So this is not a little offside little alleyway. Or no, this is a busy street right here in the middle of this city.
What if he became homeless the same year you moved on that street? And he just got fed up. He like, yo, this is my block too. Like I've been living on this street just as long as you. Like I ain't stopped you from beating your dick inside your house. Don't stop me.
Pick a bush, pick a corner. Nigga.
Why my man got to beat off in the bush though? You want to beat off in the bush?
Why is he jacking off at a bush?
First of all, my man probably ain't even have proper lotion and lubricant, so he already out there roughing it as it is. Now you gonna make my man go in a bush, get bit up by ants and shit? Fucking mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's inevitable. That's gonna happen regardless. He homeless. That's gonna happen regardless, nigga. That's just the way of life.
Hey man,
you might as well go ahead. You gotta sleep in the bed in the bug-ridden situation. Jack off in the same situation, nigga.
How you know he don't live at that bus stop though? How you know that's not his spot?
He ain't had no belongings.
He's homeless. What the fuck?
They have carts, nigga. What you mean?
Nigga, you think every homeless person going to a fucking homeless depot and getting carts before they fucking go out to the street. Hey, mate, make sure you get your cardboard sign. Make sure you prepare to go out there and survive in the street. It's not a fucking kit. You're homeless.
They have possessions. I've seen them with duffel bags. I've seen them with actual luggage coming from every which way. They stash that shit somewhere.
And I've also seen
that shit was not stashed at the bus stop.
And I've also seen niggas with nothing but a 7-Eleven cup, and that was it. So what I'm saying is, if he don't got no cart, that don't mean that's not where that's his spot.
I'm not saying it's specific to cars. What I'm saying is he would have some possessions, and he has shit, but his dick in his hand.
That homeless lady in Brickell ain't have no possessions, and she definitely.
I don't see that lady with carts. What you mean? We don't see that lady with carts.
No, not at her spot. She had that same spot by the.
That's what I'm saying. She move around. Her shit is stashed somewhere. His shit is not stashed at that bus stop.
But I'm saying she was still able to sleep at the steps without the cart. Is what I'm saying. So my man should be able to beat his dick and leave his cart in the bush. That's what I'm saying.
Nigga. You beat your dick. You can sleep at the bus stop, but you beat your dick wherever you felt comfortable stashing your shit at.
Hey, that's fucked. How you gonna judge
if you felt like your shit was secure there, then that's where you should feel secure jacking your dick. Not on this public street where kids and all are walking past. Come on, bruh.
Hey, man.
Come on, bruh.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, I ain't never been home.
It was around the corner from a school. Mind you, schools is closed and shit, but it's around the corner from a school.
Hey, man.
There was more appropriate places to do this.
Kids can see a dick in school on the internet. So that ain't got nothing to do with them going around the corner. Okay.
When they search for it, not when they just walking down the damn street.
They gotta search. They gotta search.
They gotta search.
Uncut is no longer at 3 a.m. That shit is on now.
Are you sending unsolicited dick pics to goddamn children's websites or something?
Nigga, I didn't send dick pics ever because like I just felt like I don't know if I catch the wrong angle, Bill might judge me. So I always had this. Hey, if you want to see my dick, fuck me. It will be in person.
That's real. That's some real shit.
Or catch Rudy at a bus stop. One of the two. Either fuck him or catch him at a bus stop.
If I become homeless, I'm definitely beating off at the bus stop. I don't give a fuck. Hey,
going to jail.
Hey, broad daylight too. I'm waiting on the busiest moment too. Like when
he gets
everybody
home.
showing up for work.
Then he gets home, right?
Then he gets a home. It's win-win.
You get a nut and a home. 3 hots in the car. That's real.
Meal.
A meal.
Ride in a car. You're living.
I don't even have to walk there.
Thank God Jay Jimenez is not on this call. He might have had ideas afterwards.
Right.
Oh, definitely. He's like, I need to jack off at a bus stop.
Seabass, you know he's dating. Oh yeah, you were on that podcast, right? Where he's dating Crystal now.
Yeah, but he's been dating Crystal for a little minute.
Yeah, but not like publicly.
Not publicly.
That shit still ain't.
I think that's more from Crystal than him.
Besides y'all, motherfucker.
Right? She just wanted to go. She watched the episode.
Right. If she walked up to me right now, I still wouldn't know that was her. I have no idea what she looked like.
Yeah, you've never seen her. This was like
she either came in like after you left January, or right before you left. You said January? She came in January?
I think it was like January or the end of the year.
Yes, bro. She only she was in comedy for a month or two.
Yo, we got to make people go through a comedy something, man. Somebody hits the stage for one time and they're like, I'm a comedian. That's it. I'm a stand-up comedian. And I'm just like, really?
That's just like, somebody rob a bank, they're a bank robber. Shit.
That's true.
Oh, true.
Hey,
true.
It's
true. But I feel
you only have to touch one kid to be a pedophile.
Right.
That's true. You're right.
Hey, no. He only touched one. Nah. At least give him 7 or 8 kids before we just throw the pedophile label on them.
That's true.
He didn't stick the finger all the way in, so.
He tried to show pedophile open mics and shit. It's like, don't practice here, sir.
Isn't that guy a pedophile? No, dude. He only did it once.
He did it for a month. He was a pedophile for a month, and that was it. Then he left the scene. I never saw him again.
Hey, so now you do pedophile shit for a month. Now you're a pedophile. Now you want to play yourself a pedophile. That's how you sound with comedy, though. Like technically, it's like.
It's true, though. It's true.
But if somebody calls themselves a comedian, not to dominate the conversation, but if somebody calls themselves a comedian, it's technically true because they are, especially if they do it and they do it consistently. But that does not negate the fact that they're going to quit in 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Well,
not.
Right.
It's not going to
When
change.
I played
that,
football,
go ahead.
we had like not to cut you off, but we had these. There were two different people that played football. You had people that played football and football players.
Exactly.
Right. So you have people that do comedy.
Yeah.
And you have comedians.
I was about to say, split it up like that. People who do comedy and then
comedians.
By the way, Lonnie, that shirt makes your eyes look great. So full hetero.
Cool, bro. When I get back to Miami, we can fuck.
All right. Yeah. That works.
But that's true though, Lonnie, because even and that even goes to show, even with going back to us talking about like when we talking about the circle that we had and talking, in the parking lot across from Sweet Caroline and all that. Like we didn't just have that just because we were like the cool kids in school, like because we never stopped people from coming over. Like people besides us came. It wasn't like we're the elite, y'all stay over there. But people only gravitated when they either wanted to become a comedian or, and I'm talking about like in a serious way, just say like the Victorias or the whoever. Like they coming around, they're trying to get in the loop, get in the know so they can move forward. Or it may be just one straggler who came over to smoke, but then they realized like what this is, and then we just never see him again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I even heard Gary Owens say this on a podcast recently. He was talking about how they've been doing comedy 20 years, but he was like, he always thinks about like everybody who he came up with and how they made it, but he also thinks about what happened to the hundreds of people who used to be there with us who we don't know where they're at right now. Like when, like what happened with comedy with them? Did they just give up on the dream? Like was it never really a dream for them? Like were they just there? So I said it to say, to your point, Seabass, people are going to always be around calling themselves something that they're not. You know what I'm saying? People go to the hood and take pictures and act like they thugs, and they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just going to be a thing. But JJ actually was on here earlier, but his Wi-Fi fucked him, so we don't know where he's at. But I was telling him the same thing. What we do is just what we do. We can't let everybody else's, impersonations, affect what it is that we do, because we already got the upper leg, especially in Miami. Like we're all in a position. We go to Miami, we can get on stage easy. You know what I'm saying? So all them other scrubs, man, them motherfuckers.
Anybody hitting the stage this week? Anybody going on stage this week or next week?
Nah, I did get
You already performed. You performed in the peak of the coronavirus. Right. You performed wherever the apex, where everyone was stay the fuck home. He was like, "This is a great time to tell jokes."
Started there 14 days, but you good.
It was not the peak. Oh shit.
Quarantine day 12.
It was definitely the peak.
Killed on stage.
It was not the peak.
Definitely the peak.
It was not the peak.
There were so many cops not doing work that they went to go see you. Like they had nothing else to do. They're just like, we might as well.
It was their event. What are you talking about? It was their shit. We were the damn guests. But
going back up.
But not Sean
Mullins hit me up. Did he hit
Fuck
you
that,
up?
dude. Sean hit me up too, and I was like, no. Like, are you crazy?
I already told him no, but yeah.
And it's like 33 people. 30-some people are going to be on that lineup.
You said what?
There's going to be like 30 people on the lineup. You didn't see the set list? It's like, it starts like at 7.
I thought he was keeping in control. Wait, hold on. He was talking about you had to
control of Sean Mullins.
That's control. Yeah, all 33 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saw clips from the first one. Nobody was wearing a mask.
Didn't it say in the thing, it says like,
mask required,
mandatory, you need to wear a mask?
Yeah, but the people on stage were not wearing masks.
Oh, man.
I mean, I kind of get
I'm
that.
Gonna be
I ain't gonna lie. If I get
people on stage, you don't need a mask.
If I get on stage, I'm definitely not wearing a mask. Like, the precautions I've already taken, I'm gonna definitely have on gloves. I'm bringing my own microphone. As soon as I get up there, I'm plugging that bitch in. If it's wireless, we need to figure something out. I get a new little phone shit or something, but I'm definitely not using no microphone, nobody else. My mouth ain't going nowhere near that shit. And, I stand back as far as I can on stage. Rock out.
You know what you could bring back? Pantyhose over the microphone. You know how they have those try-on socks? Not try-on socks, but like when you want to try a shoe on, you have the little box of like the thin pantyhose. Bring 2 of those, put them on the microphone, throw them out. Fuck it. It's not a bad idea. I'm bringing gloves. I'm bringing Lysol. I'm bringing hand sanitizer, face mask.
See, if you buy those little footy things, then somebody got to invest in those. If you want to take precautions, bring your own shit.
No, I'm bringing 2 footy things per show in my pocket, and that's it. No sharing.
Oh, you talking about for yourself? I thought you meant like whoever. I thought you meant whoever running the mic.
Boo boo. No.
That's what I'm like. I thought you were talking about whoever running the mic.
No. This is all me. I'm bringing Lysol for me, gloves for me. I'm not dapping nobody up. I'm sorry, bro. I've put 3 months of quarantine to work to have it shit on by Sean Mullins saying hi to me with a handshake. Fuck out of here, Sean. Fuck out of here.
Sean Mullins, though, he was having like get-togethers like 2 weeks into quarantine.
Yeah, but you know
He wasn't taking that shit serious.
He's also white, and he probably could afford a COVID test, so he probably knows whether or not he's.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
A lot of people are white.
No, I said a lot of people were throwing parties.
I'm about to say most people who I know in Florida was not taking that shit serious. Like anybody who I knew, not even just Miami, like almost anybody I knew anywhere in Florida was like, I mean, yeah, you know, I'm washing my hands. You know, but
the craziest I got was like hanging out with my in-laws, but my in-laws were like, yo, hand sanitizer, spray.
You just as guilty. That somebody else said the same thing.
Fuck that.
All I did was hang with my friends. It don't matter.
Nah. You see, I didn't hang with no friends.
It don't matter. It's still
wait, I'm lying. I did hang with my friends, but of the friends I hung with, one of them had to take a COVID test because she works in the health department, and she came out negative. So I know that all of us are negative. So
what does her one negative have to do? What are you talking about?
Because if you and I are in the same area, like we breathe the same air, we whatever, and you get it, then obviously I'd get it.
No,
but
that's not necessarily.
For the most part, yeah. For the most part,
you better check your math on that, Seabass.
For the most part, negate that. That's just like saying that just because somebody sneezed and then one person caught that cold, everybody is. Like it's not necessarily true. Like it's not. I don't think it's. I mean, it's
according to the
CDC.
Sure. If you're in the CDC, yes, that's how you catch it. If you just share the same air as somebody who has it. So if somebody got tested near me, I feel safe. Like, oh, you're safe. I'm safe.
Nigga, how about you just stay your ass at home, nigga? You trying to make excuses for hanging out with your people. I was with my in-laws, but you know I
know where they've been. They know where I've been, and I'm cool with that. I don't know where all these comics have been, or even people that I work with. I don't know where they've been.
You sound like a nigga trying to raw dog a chick who may have STD. Like she look clean. Like I don't.
Wow.
She don't look dirty. I mean, I might well do.
Two of the other guys that fucked her got tested, and they're cool.
Yes, that's different. I'm not saying they look clean. I didn't say she looks clean, but now Lonnie says two of the other guys got tested. They're clean. Hey,
yeah,
play ball.
We're good, bro. Let's do this.
Hey, but you don't know how many people she fucked though. just because.
Right. But it don't matter. It gets nullified. If the last two people that she was with got tested and they're clean, and I'm on deck, I'm in the hole. Hey, here we go, baby.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is
I like your logic, bro.
I've definitely came in a chick who didn't end up pregnant, but the dude who had sex with her, the very next person after me. And I'm not talking about the next partner. I'm saying like 2 days later. And they raising a child right now, currently.
Yeah, is his last name Wilson?
No.
He has a little ass bucket hat?
Your sperm's weak, Wilson.
Your sperm's weak.
What I'm saying is, hey, just because it didn't happen to one, that ain't got nothing to do with that next nigga. Is what I'm saying. Hey, when you next in line, hey, wait, say a little Miami Dolphin Coleman ass in the house. Hey, your beard getting long as fuck, bro. You need to go ahead.
Yeah.
You need to go ahead and do something, bro. You looking? This nigga got a. It's not even a hairline. It's like it's a hair.
I look like somebody else from the back. Watch.
Bro, you look like somebody else from the front. What are you talking
about? Yo, have any of y'all talked to Ceballos?
No.
Have what? Oh, Ceballos. I talked to him like through Instagram like a little bit after this all started, but I haven't checked in on him.
Yeah, we usually text like once a month.
I gotta hit him up, man. I'm talking about going to Colorado soon.
I don't think. I want to go to Colorado. Yo, we should all go to Colorado. What do you think about that?
Bro, you read my mind, Ronnie.
Let's do a cabin thing.
Yeah, I'm down.
I have to stay with my girl. My girl wants to go to Colorado too, so.
Hey, well, let us know when you can do something by your fucking self, okay? That's
right.
what we're talking about. We're not planning a fucking girls trip. We're talking about something. Right. we're talking about something we can do. So let us know when you can go to Colorado for the second time. You fucking pussy.
It's fucked up because I was gonna say that. I was gonna say I gotta get the first one out the way with my girl, and then I could go.
This nigga, I gotta stay with my girl. You can't get a log cabin with your girl. The fuck?
I don't know damn log cabin. I don't try to be no damn dog catcher.
We don't want you and your girl there anyway. Hey, let us know it's just you. You feel me? Jesus Christ.
Wow. Oh,
we're talking about
speaking of, my girlfriend says, "What are you saying about me? I'll kill you." I'm saying I'm going to Colorado by myself on the second trip.
Hey, Seabass. Seabass is the dentist from Hangover.
Hey, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I would not get cheated on. I would not get cheated on.
He got to lie. He got to lie about. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you got to lie about going to Vegas. We're in Napa Valley.
We're going to wine tasting.
We're going to a wine tasting.
They got to lie about Colorado. God damn.
And yeah, so I definitely want to go to Colorado. Check that out. I had actually what's that? The comedy club, Laugh Lines Comedy or whatever.
I don't know. It's not the Laugh Factory, is it?
No. It's not the Laugh Factory. It's Laugh Something Comedy or whatever in Colorado. Yeah, they posted the Respect the Light. I don't know how Manny's like in ties with them, but they posted the Respect the Light on their page, and like a poster of it, and then they tagged us and they followed me. So I was like, oh look, I got a spot.
I remember something like that happening, but I definitely don't remember the name though. But I do.
Yeah, but check your followers; they'll be there. And when we go into Colorado, we should be able to get on stage relatively. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't say prime time, but like maybe on a Tuesday night or something that they have a show or something. We might be able to get like a little guest spot or something pretty easy.
I heard Denver's a little like dicey. You got to watch what you say in Denver.
I don't know. I don't know where these people are. I'll find out right now.
Because they're all like very, very sheltered white people that are woke. So you got to be very like, you have to walk a certain line.
It's low key like that out here. Not
right.
Not that you have to walk on eggshells, but stuff that people just say may think is funny in Miami. Like that's a riskier joke, and not even something like dark like Jay Jimenez be saying, but just a risky like joke. Like they'll low key be hesitant to laugh at shit. You know what I'm saying? Out here, laugh lines. Yeah, they'll be low key like hesitant to laugh at shit out here if and I've even had times where I'm doing like black jokes. I'm saying black jokes in the sense of like I'm self-deprecating black people, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And they're like nervous to see like if they think it's okay with me to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I told them on stage, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm the one saying this shit. Like
I'm black.
Like I'm saying this right. I'm saying this as a joke, like on stage at a comedy show. Obviously, I'm giving you the okay to laugh, motherfucker. Like,
nah, nigga, they think you trying to start a revolution.
Right.
Like, it's the beginning of the black man going crazy.
If we laugh, is he gonna just jump off stage and start slapping motherfuckers?
Right. Like he's taking this time to address the room full of white people.
Right.
This is how he really feels.
I got no new material, bro. I mean, I'm sorry, I have no written material, but like I haven't. I wrote for a little bit. I was able to write some shit, but like now,
I started off strong.
Now I'm just like, because I thought it was gonna be like a month. I was like, yeah, fuck you. If you don't work on comedy, you're a piece of shit. 3 months later, I'm like, fuck this shit, bro. The fuck? I can't do this.
That shit don't feel right. I can't take the Seinfeld approach of being like, oh, it's a job, so let me sit down and write some shit.
Well, no, but like even if you, like, that's fine. But like even people who do that, you can't go on stage and try the shit out anyways.
Yeah.
You haven't been able to try it out. So it's like discouraging to write something and be like, I don't even know if this shit's going to work.
Yeah, facts. And then by the time we're able to do it, we've been able to look at this so much, we've overanalyzed it to the point we just lost confidence in it. Yeah, it's just like, nah.
I'm going to see. Anybody seen it?
It definitely
Hey, you looking at that same joke on paper for 2 months, that shit start getting trashed. Like, this shit ain't
Exactly. That's how that shit worked, though. You're just like, why did I even think this was funny to begin with?
What type of chicken did you want, honey? Nah,
this shit makes no sense.
Oh, you're tropical and healthy Popeyes. Nah,
healthy
Popeyes. I'm done with this.
Yeah, that shit's dumb. That shit's trash. No one would ever laugh at this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to be. I'm trying to not really put on a room because I don't want it to be like like a red bar where it's a reoccurring once a week thing, but I'm definitely trying to get a spot for like a workout room. Like we can obviously not get paid or anything like that, but just like a spot to go to that has like what we need. Little crowd. We don't need a lot of equipment, no fancy shit, just like a fucking what's that called? A speaker, mic plugged into it, and boom, that's it. 5-6 comics, none of this 20-30 comic shit. Get your time in.
You find a
That's the
situation
actual
where you
book
can get
selling,
like
not no
20,
damn mic.
20 people to show up, 20, 25, to my audience members to show up.
Yeah, like not even 20. I'd be cool with like 10, 15 people. You don't take too much of their time. You feel me? Less than an hour. You get 7 comics for 8 minutes a piece. What is that? 40?
I mean, we can't have that many people in a room right now anyway. You know?
No, we can't. We can't.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to a room right now anyway. I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about making my own. Like, I got a venue in mind that, like, you know, I think I can make it happen. But it's got to be something low key, subtle, not talk about money, nothing like that. Just like, yo, let me just use this spot to work out. Whatever y'all make on your end, make it on your end. I don't give a fuck about getting any money from it. I don't really care for that.
That nigga sound like he
Why,
know.
I mean, so why you don't want to just do like a but you talking about, but you still talking about this as being your own thing that you're starting with. You're saying.
Yeah, just like having like a spot that people know they can go to and like, all right, I'm gonna be able to get like an ample, not like a even Red Bar and Caroline's and Barter had like a great week and a half run of like, all right, 7 comics. These are all the people that are getting on, and that's it, and that's the list.
That's because Manny's
And
a pussy.
then, huh?
That's because Manny's a pussy. That's why. People show up and start crying, and then he just start.
No, big fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Put him on. Oh, I told him to. Yeah, I'm gonna
Big
put.
fact. Every time. Every
I
week.
got into it with him because of that too, where I was like, yo, Manny, my list is 10 people deep, and you're trying to make me. First, it was supposed to be 7. I'm already at 10, and now you're trying to make it 12. I'm like, dog, you gotta go with what you say. Like what you say you're gonna do.
Dude, we had a whole meeting outside.
Yeah, I was
Red
about to
Bar.
say, were you there that night, Seabass?
No, I heard about it though, because Oriel told me.
You weren't there?
A few people
I thought you were there.
I wasn't there. I think I
Bro,
was.
we sat outside of Red Bar for an hour and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this, like, yo, that's a stupid fucking idea. Like
Right.
screaming at each other. And then at the end of it, we were all like, okay, 6 comics, 8 minutes each. Everyone's dope. And if you don't make it on there, you're on the open mic. And everyone was like, fine, that's cool. That's fine.
Right.
Except for like 3 people whose egos got hurt. And we're like, but I'm special. And I should be on the main
I'm
show every week.
hilarious.
But those were the people that knew that they were going to be on the bikes.
They knew they weren't gonna make that 6.
They weren't gonna make that cut, bro.
They're like,
They were
I'm
like,
number 7. I don't need to be here.
Can we make it 7? Can we? Nah.
Exactly.
I actually went like a little like I have a very like disciplined way of handling comedy. So like I was actually writing out the list on my phones, and then whenever I would host Red Bar that Oriel wouldn't, anybody who hit me up, because Oriel would do this thing where he'd be like, yo, I need you to are you down to host a show or whatever? Like let's say Monday, literally on the way to the show, he's done it to me before, or like Sunday night or whatever. And I'd be like, yeah, for sure. But he already had his list. So then he would shoot me a few names and be like, yo, these are the people on the list. I'm like, for sure. So let's say we have like 6 people. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, at this point, it wasn't even like 7 people max. I was just like, all right, I'm going to put this person. So like, let's say I had 10 people. Then how people show up and be like, yo, Oriel told me that I was on the list. And I was like, well, Oriel sent me this and your name's not on it. And he's like, yeah, but he told me. And then I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
All right, bro. Like, what do you? And then people get mad at me. People will be mad because they're like, "Dog, like he told me that I'm on the list," and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
That's how the whole thing started, bro. Because I don't know if I can say names here. Fuck it,
no,
whatever.
don't say names. Don't say names.
No. Actually, it started.
Whatever. Let's just say somebody came up to Oriel and was like, "I want to get on the list," and he stood his ground, and then she, fuck.
And he stood his ground. So she what?
Right. And he stood his ground. So she basically
fucking got pissed.
Yeah, the bitch name is Sally. Anyway,
stormed off. She sent Manny a bunch of like angry texts, and Oriel was like, "I'm done." He almost quit hosting the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that and I mean, like, I guess that's like a flaw on my end, but at the same time, it also weeds out the people that I want to work with. I'm like, dog, if you're not down,
Seabass. That's not a
yeah,
flaw.
like if you're not down to get here at a certain time, if you're not down to respect it, like
respect the show.
And then people would also tell me like that I had on the show. I would make the list of who was on the show on like that Monday, and then let's say the next Monday I was supposed to host again. I would be like, okay, you were already on. You like I kept track of who was already on.
Right.
Literally written down as opposed to being like, oh, I don't remember. Do you? Yeah, fuck it, just go back up. Where I was just like, all right, bro. And then too many people feel entitled too. Too many people are like, yo, I do comedy once a month for the past 4 years. I deserve to go on the showcase. Like,
dude,
no.
I told everybody at the open mic one time, I'm like, listen, stay around. I'm tired of like running around for you guys to like come get you to do your shitty 4 minutes. Stay around. Like I even said, I'm like, this is a new rule. If I have to go more than 10 feet to find you, bumped.
Right.
Like whoever's in my sphere, and they're like, he doesn't want to have to come find us. And I'm like, bro, you play a fucking banjo on stage. Go fuck yourself. Like, you think you're doing me a favor? You're doing me the favor?
You play a fucking banjo on stage. Monty's not even cracking a smile. He's still eating his fucking ravioli.
Yeah, I'm angry.
Go
I'm
fuck
angry.
yourself. Oh my god. Hey,
Yeah,
Roddy gives the most vague, specific details. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna say names, but and I'm not gonna say any more names, but this particular comic plays a banjo.
One person in all of South Florida.
If you know, you know.
When you know,
You
you
can
know.
even say all of Florida. I don't know if it's
Bro,
comedic
how
open
funny is it
micers
though
with a
that all I
banjo.
had to say was she, and we all knew exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Starts with the R, ends in Agena. Yeah.
No, you idiots.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
My guess was
You think-
wrong.
You think she would have like juice to like get mad that she's not on the showcase?
Yeah.
No, bro.
Absolutely. Oh man. Johnny, did you hear the name that he said?
Yeah, I heard the name he said, but that wasn't her.
No, but I'm saying, but to say that she wouldn't have the juice to do that, like she definitely.
That's true.
Yes, she's
Yeah, I
definitely.
was about to say. She'd have the tenacity to get it done.
The tenacity, not the juice.
It might not even be the juice, but she'll have the tenacity.
Right.
When are they going to start opening
Got the
shows again?
chutzpah, but not the
When do you
light.
think they're going to do Red Bar? Has Manny said anything about Red Bar or
I'm sure it's soon enough. I mean, because
Bro, they closed the open stage. Did you hear about that,
Yeah,
Rudy?
but open
Like,
stage
for
was
good?
already. Yeah, but
Yeah,
open stage
like,
was
shut
up
down.
for a lease renewal, and they didn't want to renew their lease with them. So it's not really
Yeah,
because
because that
of
place
COVID.
probably doesn't make any money, dude.
Wait,
You know how expensive the rent is around
what-
there?
Nah,
open
they
stage,
definitely
bro.
have to make. They gotta make money. Shit, they
Bro.
always
Oh,
tax out every
open
time.
stage, open
Yeah.
The
stage.
rent
They
on
have not.
Duval
They have not.
Street.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm like,
Damn it, bro! Stay in the house. Go in the house and stay in there. God damn, what
no,
happened?
but apparently, the
You
city
laughing
of
at you
Coral
being a
Gables,
daddy, nigga.
yeah, that's Coral Gables, right? They
Yeah.
already
That's
had
Gables.
plans to use that spot for something else. So like, it seems like they weren't gonna get that lease renewal no matter what.
Right.
And-
It was a good venue though. That was a dope.
It
ass-
was.
It was
I
a
had ran
dope-ass
into
venue.
one of the show producers from Have Nots. Coincidentally, they came out to La Mesa when I did a show there, and then they told me like, "Yo, we're looking for a new spot to like do a comedy show. You know, like, did you put this together?" I was like, "Yeah," and then they're like, "Oh, we should talk about possibly doing this place." Nothing ever came of it, but. So I guess that's why they were like already scoping out new areas, because I guess they knew that in a few months their lease was going to be up, and then it just so happened that COVID happened. But it's not like there's certain establishments that shut down forever. Like
Yeah.
Barter happened, but Barter happened prior. Like Barter was
Yeah,
already
Barter
getting ready
happened
to
prior,
shut down, right?
Yeah.
They were
I
shutting
think
down-
they were gonna.
shutting
I think
down
they were
anyway.
gonna stay open a little bit longer, but then they were just like, nah, let's just
Fuck
close.
So we got Red Bar, we have Caroline's,
That's it.
and then
No. I forgot the place's Manny name, but when we was on one of those Zoom calls, Seabass, it may have been the day that you missed on Sunday. He mentioned like whatever the places were, and he still had like 4 or 5.
I know Sunset Yard shut down.
Yeah,
which
Sunset
Yard.
Yard.
Oh, I like
Oh,
Sunset
you said they
Yard.
shut it down?
Yeah, they closed down completely.
Oh wow, I never
Yeah.
even been there.
Sunset
No, me
Yard
neither.
shut down. Sylvester.
I think he might have
hasn't
said. I think he might have said Gold Digger. I don't know. Don't quote me, but I don't really remember.
Oh yeah, Gold Diggers. I
think-
forgot about Gold Diggers.
I think Gold Diggers is open. Or he said it shut down.
No, he was talking about which
I'm
ones you
saying I
should
think he
have.
said it's open.
Okay, yeah. Gold Digger seems like it'll be in Taurus. is gonna be open.
Did he say anything about Grails?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I don't think I've heard anything.
I thought even before COVID they weren't going to do the comedy show there anymore.
That's what the owner. I think. No, I think Joe Bob was saying that's how they felt. But as far as I know, they were still having shows there.
I don't think we're going to do Grails anymore.
I think like the last week that we were able to perform, they didn't do it because they had some other event or some shit like that.
Yeah, they canceled it at the last minute.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that.
Damn.
But I don't think it was ever like a whole.
I keep trying to tell Manny, bro. He just need to just invest in the Craftsman, bro. And the reason why I keep saying that is because I said, man, you put on weight, or even if it's not the Craftsman, I'd say the Craftsman just because I like the venue, but even if it's somewhere else, you put on way too many shows to always have to, see if somebody gonna let you do this, and if they gonna give you money on time, how long they gonna stay open, if they gonna give you the drink tickets, like you doing like all you do is comedy shows. Like you do other stuff on the side, but like you trying to build a comedy calendar and these other apps, whatever. But like your thing that you already got momentum going, you putting on comedy shows 6-7 days a week. Why not just have your own spot where you can do that, as well as let people pay you, or or do they show at your spot, because it's gonna be small enough people gonna want to use it. And even if you don't charge them much or charge them nothing at all, you still get the bar and then let them make the ticket sales or whatever the case may be. But you're still making money, as opposed to trying to sell drink bands and whatever.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play it safe right now, as far as well as trying to be innovative with the whole virtual comedy club thing, where we're not always in the same spot. We bounce around and all that, which is cool. But at the same time, right, exactly. Like that's the thing. It's virtual as far as you getting on there to see where we are tonight. But yeah, like. No, it's much
most
better.
of the time it's the same place every week. It's not like It's not like on second Mondays we'll be at the Juicy Jazz, and then on third Mondays we'll be at Six Flags.
Which would just cause even more mayhem, because that would mean we would have to figure out where we would be on each fucking night, every goddamn night, like that. But I've been thinking the same thing. It would definitely be doper if he was just to invest in one building and have that just turned into a comedy club, because we have.
That's a whole other ballgame, though, gentlemen.
Yeah, I feel you. What I'm saying is, he put in this much work. Why not get your own shit?
Like just for example, I would say the Craftsman, the rent at a place like the Craftsman is probably 5 figures every month. So think about like how many, you know what I'm saying?
But this is what I'm saying. For one, a place like the Craftsman, which most comedy clubs do anyway, it can be a restaurant/bar on its own. The Craftsman didn't have like the Craftsman was one of the best spots in that whole little, whatever that little dip.
Mary Brickell.
But nobody knew it was there until it was a fucking comedy show. And the only time anytime Manny promoted, that shit used to be packed. Every weekend, Manny would do 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 on Sunday. And he could pack out all 5 or 6 of them, whatever. How many I just made, I can't count. But either way, what I'm saying is that he's capable of doing that. And he doesn't have to invest in it by himself. Like you can do like the whatever during the daytime, and then you do comedy at nighttime. And there's so many people who can't get into the improv who want to put on comedy shows. They can be like, yo, Manny, let me put my show on here, whatever. Okay, cool. This is what it is. Blah, blah. He's gonna make his money. Like I said, he don't have to be the sole investor, so it's not, the bulk of it is not necessarily, on him. But trying to say that you're building Miami comedy virtually doesn't make sense, because you only want to do something virtual if you're trying to reach everybody everywhere. But if you're if you're stamping, I'm the Don Dada of Miami comedy, why not just have a place where people come? This is MiamiComedy.com comedy club or whatever. I'm just doing whatever. And once again, it doesn't have to be the Craftsman. I just named it, but I think that should be his next focus. Like if I'm
exactly, he can start off somewhere in a warehouse or some shit. That'd
be dope.
That little
like
shit,
in Woodwood or someplace like that.
Yeah, that little shit. I'm calling it little shit, but the show that Carmen put on, in that little room that we did, the Lowdown show. Yeah, that shit there was nothing miraculous about that room. It didn't even hold that many people, but it was still a dope ass show. It was very intimate, perfect for comedy. Had a little stage. Like that's all you need. We don't need this grand we don't need the whole wait staff and all that shit right now. You need a place
Right.
where you do comedy.
And
Build it until it becomes something like the Improv or some shit like that. But right now, you need a constant place where the comedians go to get, their
And audiences like places like that, like a hole in the wall, if you will, like to be able to go.
Exactly.
Like, it's not a concert. I don't need the glitz and the glamour. I want to sit here, have my drink, maybe eat some nachos and French fries, and laugh, and then get the fuck up out of here. It's my little duck off spot. I make it bring a little date here. It's dark. We chilling. The comedians coming in. Like that's all you need. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you want to pay the luxury prices for the more popular comedian, whatever, then you break off to the Improv and you do your thing. But in reference to something,
that's what makes the Comedy Store so dope, dude. It's so accessible.
Exactly.
$15.
Right. I think the only thing that he would really have to invest in is the whole liquor license. You find a small spot, and you find
liquor
a small
licenses
spot.
are crazy. Liquor licenses are like half a mil. They're like $500,000.
Yeah, they're expensive.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what he's really.
You could hire third party companies that provide bartenders, and they have a liquor license, so you're kind of using them as like a temporary fix for what you're doing.
Guys, my phone is about to die, so I'm gonna have to hit it.
Okay.
Man.
I mean, it's cool. You've been going in and out anyway, so it's cool. You can just exit. We'll just.
You can just exit.
Well,
I mean, we had an hour. We had an hour and a half. We can.
But we're at time with, and I know Seabass kind of jumped in late, so I was watching my time. I was gonna do about like 10 more minutes with Seabass and then jump off. So I'm saying if you got to go down, it's cool. Like there was never official intro exit. People been just JJ never came back.
Yeah, my fault.
It's a thing.
All right, guys. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too,
Love, bro. Easy.
But yeah, like I said, with I don't even know if I was saying it, but with Manny, he makes enough money off of what he's doing right now, and that's not even selling tickets at Red Bar. Like he's just doing the drink ticket, whatever like that, and then he's doing ticket shows every now and again. But he's basically making money from the bar saying, okay, you always bring in 50 people every Monday, so we're gonna give you, I'm just throwing, I don't know his
like
money.
a fixed number.
We're gonna give you a $1,000 check, once a week.
Right.
So he's doing this full time, and his expenses are lower because he's staying, in the garage, whatever like that. So, and he's invested big money in Comedy Calendar and whatever the other one he was
Miami
doing.
Networking?
Comedy Colony, right. So with those two, like he invested a lot of money. He invested tens of thousands of dollars in those. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he has the money to just say invest in club now, but when I first discussed this with him, this was prior to both of those investments. And I'm not saying that those won't work, but those are a venture for him trying to make himself global, which I think he will be one day. But I think that he still has a little bit more establishing to do in Miami, or even just in Florida, I should say. And I think he could do that if he has a comedy club, because now you think about how many comedians would come to Miami if they could get to an actual comedy club that was not the Improv. If I like all them traveling comedians that go to open stage and whatever it was called, like you can get that caliber, if not a little bit higher. You can get just like the Dante Nero, I think Manny bought one time. You can get these different people, bring them in, put them in an official setting, an official green room, whatever. And it's a low-key little situation, but they're still getting the comedy club result. They still getting their comedy club, or at least decent enough pay without the pressures of the Improv. And Manny can be that without even having to compete with the Improv, because the Improv has their own, global, not global, but definitely nationwide.
Yeah, they're a brand.
Yeah, nationwide brand. So like, they franchise them out everywhere. So there's an Improv everywhere. So it's not about trying to take over that. But as far as like being a stamp in Miami, like once again, it doesn't have to be the Craftsman itself, but I think that it's very doable, especially with like because I'll say this and I'll be done with it. Once again, we always ask each other the question: if Manny was not doing what he was doing, where the fuck would we be doing comedy in Miami? And not in South Florida, in Miami specifically, where would we be doing comedy on a consistent basis?
Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are kind of like, if you try hard enough, you can do it. Like it's not impossible. Like I can double up every day, Monday through possibly. I don't know about doubling up on Friday, but
you're not getting Red Bar shows. I'm saying you're like somebody. There'll always be a Sean Mullins or somebody out there somewhere. But I'm saying like you getting on stage on a consistent basis and being seen, getting a real reaction on your jokes in real time, and even networking, got other, different levels of comedians coming through to do the mic, and you can meet them. Like, you're not getting that
Right.
outside of
And
Manhattan.
also strictly comedy, not all
Yeah,
art.
that's true. Strictly comedy, that's different.
Right,
That
exactly.
changes it
Yeah.
up.
Because
No, that's true.
I despise those all arts
Oh my
situations.
God.
I don't know, bro, but sometimes here and I get you because I was definitely opposed to it. And I'm gonna use Churchill's as like an example. Churchill's is all arts. I went years ago for the first time, then I didn't like it, and I went back. And when I went back the second time, I had something happen to me where I was just like, I'm not down for this place. And then the third time I went, I kind of just started getting used to it. So I started using Churchill's obviously as a secondary room. When I wasn't going on Red Bar every week, I started going every other week. And then also that helped like networking, because at the same time, it's a bunch of artists who go, and it's dope to be surrounded by other creativity, other forms of creative expression. And also they know about places like I've been hit up where they're like, yo, I'm like a guitarist is like, I'm not a comic, but I know this person who's looking for a comedian, and they'll throw your name in a mix. And then now you all of a sudden got a new room because they're like, yo, such and such recommended me or like referred me to you, like, oh, you know that guy, where'd you perform, yada, yada, yada. So like you kind of, as much as, and again, I get why we don't like all arts rooms, but also there's an opportunity there for networking and being able to build your brand a little bigger and create other opportunities that if you were just hanging out with just comics or always performing with just comics, that they may have not arisen had it been, for being in an all art show. But more likely than not, if I go out of state, I'm not going to go to an all art show. No, I'm going to perform in an all comedy show. Absolutely.
Right. I mean, all our shit, it's not so much, it just doesn't work for your on stage stuff. It's not so much like while I'm there, I'm not enjoying somebody singing or whatever. But when somebody's singing and then then somebody else does poetry about, them getting beat up as a child or something like that, and then now I got to come on stage and be like, well, hey, I was at Port Tropical.
You got the whole mood switching throughout the night with every performer.
There's no consistency.
You might have a country singer go up, and then you might have a whole 4-piece rock band go up, and then whatever. Yeah. And then the poet talking about their dead puppies and shit. Right. And then there you go. I gotta tell these jokes about my dick or whatever the case. Whatever
but
it is.
At the same
it's not
time,
the same as following somebody who just bombed.
Those like people,
a mood,
they act as a crowd.
Thing.
They act as a crowd. You get me? Like if we're all comics, it's gonna be all comics in the crowd, and we're like, oh, here we go, it's an all comic show. But in an all artist show, they're your crowd because they're not there for comedy.
But you don't have that problem in Miami because in Miami you have an actual audience, so it doesn't matter about.
Oh well, yeah,
exactly. When you have the option to have, a real audience,
any day,
take that shit.
Any day,
I'm taking that. Like I would, like that's why I never went to Churchill's or even Bar Nancy. Because I'm like, I hear that it's cool over there or whatever, but I know over here I'm good. I know what I'm dealing with as far as the crowd. I know that it's gonna be, regardless of who fucks up, who kills, it's gonna be a comedy atmosphere throughout the night. Right. They know that it's gonna be a comedy atmosphere throughout the night. So we're just all in this whatever
comedy atmosphere.
Yeah, we're all in this. Yeah, exactly. We're all in this comedy atmosphere, as opposed to, we don't know, nor does the like you as the artist don't know, nor does the crowd know what's about to happen next.
Yeah,
are we about to get interpretive dance, or are we about to get you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't know how to feel.
Exactly. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who's gonna invoke what emotions or put you in what mood and all that. Like, I just rather be in a comedy, especially as the performer. I would rather be in the comedy atmosphere when I know I got to go up there and do comedy. I don't want to listen to the poems and slow songs and all this shit when I'm about to go up there and have to fuck up this crowd and make them laugh. Like, that's not putting me in that mood.
Even piggyback on what you're saying, Jay, because just say like if a guitarist goes before you, or just say whoever goes before you, if none of them are comedians, you don't even know what the crowd is reacting to comedy wise.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know like, dang, well, I can't tell this joke because they're not dealing with race tonight, or they not, you don't even have that gauge. You just like, well, they love his love song. This nigga had his nipples out. This girl was twerking. This nigga did a split, so everybody going crazy. Now you got to go up there and just be like, well, shit. Fuck with a real nigga. You already know.
You feel me?
No,
And hope you say a nigga
right.
will not put a thorn in somebody's ass.
He's like,
Hopefully
wait,
this is about to go over.
right.
Cause ain't nobody came up here yet and said nothing I'm about to say. So, I don't even know if this is a Christian crowd. I might say fuck and get booed off a stage.
Right.
Like you don't know what it is. But I mean, like I'm not knocking all art shows, and of course I don't knock any performer who decides to participate. But me personally, yeah, I just knowing how I feel about comedy and how I feel on stage, I don't want that to be tainted. Like I said, at Mystic Joint, even though it was all arts, and I hated the offstage experience, they showed love when I was up there.
Right.
But also, I had 2 other comics there who went before me, so I had some kind of gauge. And then at the same time, it was in my neighborhood, so I knew it wasn't gonna be certain sensitive topics or whatever. But just being there, like I didn't feel like I was in the right mindset. When the nigga called me on stage, I was on Instagram. Yeah. Literally, I'm over there because I told you the dude didn't tell you when you were going.
He never tells you.
I'm sitting there like just looking at pictures and shit. And all of a sudden he's like, "All right, Jay McCord." Oh shit! And then there was nothing but musical acts before me, and he didn't tell them I was a comic. So they're probably expecting me. They're probably expecting me to go up and do some.
Why is he still talking? Where's he gonna sing?
Exactly, right?
Yeah. What?
Luckily,
where's his banjo?
Right. Like, luckily, I went up there and I realized, okay, he didn't tell him I'm a comic. I realized that rappers just got off. I realized I look like a fucking rapper. Okay, let me go ahead and establish this real quick. Let me throw out a joke. Boom. Okay, that hit. Okay, just to let y'all know, I'm not about to do a song. So now before I even tell y'all I'm a comic and y'all start like judging me or is this nigga even funny, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a joke.
Right.
Boom. And then tell you I'm a comic. So y'all just gonna go with it. Like I'd rather not have to do all that shit when going to a damn comedy show. I came prepared to tell jokes. I expect my crowd to also be prepared to hear jokes. Even if you're gonna hear songs or poetry, see jugglers dancing, whatever, I'd rather you still just be in the mood for me when I'm hitting that stage.
Or just at least, I was just gonna say at least split it up. Like if they did music, the first half of the show, intermission, and then all comics on the second half.
If it's organized, that's cool too. Oh, that's actually what happened at the place where I seen Amar. Yeah, there you go. Magic Mushroom. They have all arts, but they split it up because they knew who they booked. So it was all your singers, dancers, whatever. They're over here. All your poets are here, and all your comedians are here. Right. And they had that separate, and that worked out perfectly. That was fine. So once again, it still wouldn't be my first choice for a show, but that had structure. And it worked out. Everything blended together fine. So I think that people were in the moods for each section.
Hey, so, man, moral of the story, man. Manny needed to invest in his own place, man.
Manny.
If he ever watches it, that's what he needs to do, man.
I mean, I feel if that's what he wants to do, if his goal is to like put his name on a building or something like that. I definitely think that will help, because one thing I noticed when talking about Manny, like I'll mention Manny to other people, maybe somebody I bump into at Taurus or maybe somewhere up north, they'll know Manny for Miami comedy. They'll know him for doing stuff, putting on shows or whatever, but then I'll say something like Red Bar or Barter, and they won't know that that's his show.
They'll know about Red Bar, but just not know it's his.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, I know about Red Bar, blah, 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 and I'll be like, oh, that's Manny's show. Oh, Manny does that? Like they don't know exactly. So they know of him and they know that he has ties or whatever. They just don't know what those ties are. And I think that maybe having a building saying this is where I put on my shows, that'll definitely change that.
Yeah.
You can't be an owner of something and people don't know. Like,
I mean, he's done a great job thus far of creating like an audience for it. So I think like now, hopefully, like hypothetically within the next year or so, that would probably be the best time to like, all right, I've built my crowd. I've built my awareness. People know what I make a brand. Boom. This is where we're going to go. And it's just going to be an easy transition to get everybody over there.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
why I
that's
think that's another great idea why he should do it, because of his marketing ability and able to draw that crowd. Because
Yeah.
if you notice, remember when he was doing the improv thing on Wednesday, so he wasn't promoting for Barter as much,
Yeah.
and Barter was just doing a promotion. Our crowd numbers dropped. Like those
Yeah.
2 weeks where he wasn't promoting, our crowd numbers dropped
Anytime he went out of
significantly.
town or anything that he
Yeah,
wouldn't promote,
absolutely.
it would always the
Yeah.
show would always the audience would
Yeah.
suffer.
Exactly. And so that shows right there his draw power as far as being able to get people in there. So if you can do that for somebody else's shit, so you can get a piece of, whatever, you can damn sure do that shit for your own spot. And you'll have more incentive to do it because it's your spot. And you
Right,
getting whatever the fuck coming through there.
And the thing
And
about it,
you're doing the same thing of getting, these young comics to a place to work.
and the smartest thing that Manny did for this whole brand, and we can kind of wrap it up. I know it's getting later, but the smartest thing that Manny did for the whole brand was because piggybacking off what you said earlier, Seabass, or a few minutes ago, I wouldn't have suggested Manny did this out the gate, but what he has done thus far was definitely good for the first half of, whatever. But like you said, definitely, like, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but his sights need to be on, okay, I need to get my own building so that I can continue doing what I'm doing. And going back to what I was just saying, the smartest thing that he's done in building this audience is not only being in a major city in America, but has a sorry comedy scene. So you're bringing something that a major city does not have. Mind you, there's a lot of people coming to Miami all the time, but there's not a big comedy scene. So you're already tackling that. But on top of that, the smartest thing he did was he named it MiamiComedy.com. So people are going to always type in the words comedy in Miami every time they come to Miami looking for, looking in Google, looking for a comedy show. And the improv may or may not pop up just depending on how much they're trending or whatever the case may be. But even if they do pop up, Manny shows are going to always pop up. And if now you're in a position where like, oh shit, this is a comedy club. They down in Brickell or whatever like that. Well, we missed the show Monday, but we can go to that same spot. It's not, oh, well, we was in Brickell here, but now we over at this spot.
Yeah, let me find out what they have tonight.
I'm looking for. I'm a tourist. I don't know how to, we in the same spot, whatever. Or we, Manny's, say comedy club is open today, but it's not his show. Just say Faster putting on the show, or Nick putting on the show, or whoever put on the show. But either way, it's all drawn back to that because everybody's not going to have the access to the improv, but they can put on a show and he still make money off of it, and while still maintaining his 5, 6, 7, day or week shows, whatever that he's doing consistently. He can bring in headliners. You want to have like a Valentine's Day show, New Year's Eve, any of that stuff. He never has to go to all his venues. Hey, y'all not doing something? Can I do something here? Oh, y'all ain't got no New Year's Eve? Can I do something? He's still asking. He has done too much to still be in a position where he's asking, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Asking for permission to do what it is that he does great. So
that's
just my thought. Hey, one last question for you, Seabass. Hey, where'd you get that microphone from? You got that from Walmart? I need to get them.
Nah, I got it on Amazon. It was on sale when I got it. It should be like $100. I think like if you're down to spend, like, what's your budget? Okay, so 100 is not in the.
I mean, if I'm spending $100 for a microphone, I'm definitely not getting.
This boy went 3 octaves lower and 30 years older in age. Shit, look at all these skeezers.
Yeah, nah. I'm saying I'll pay $100 for a microphone, but not that. I got to do this for this podcast and on stage.
Honestly, yeah, like if you're gonna look for something like that, get something else. But this, I think I got it for like 80 something bucks. Well, I got it on sale, but now it's like $130, and it has like accessories and shit, or you can just get the microphone. But honestly, best investment I made by far.
Got that hooked up to your computer?
Yeah, I have it hooked up. It has a USB port at the bottom, here, and then it has the headphone jack here, and then you control the volume that comes out on your headphone.
Oh yeah, that's the blue mic. Yeah,
the Yeti Blue. And then here it has different types of microphones. So I'm on cardio here. This is the one for it's here and here. So like if you take this off, it has like 6 microphones on it or something around it. And depending which mode you click it on is how it's gonna pick up the audio. So
yeah, I almost bought that one. I heard it.
I like Yeti Blue a lot. Yeti Blue is a good brand.
Nah,
I'd probably buy another one of these. Like if I had a podcast set up and I had enough money to buy, all the microphones and everything, I'd probably use this microphone because you can screw it onto an arm thing majigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna still find something about $75 cheaper.
$75 cheaper.
This man about to go rob that Target out in Minneapolis. Holy
Yeah.
shit! God damn, Rudy.
Boy, about to have a goddamn toilet paper roll talking about. Thank y'all for coming back to the podcast.
Hey, as long as it don't cost me
Am I coming through clearly?
as long as it don't cost me $100, shit, I use it. I don't give a fuck. Or really 130 is what I was talking about when I said the $75.
You just about to have a damn prop mic the whole during these damn podcasts. That shit
I
ain't
got one. I got
up.
that.
This man's gonna print out a microphone and glue it onto a.
I got a prop mic if I wanted to fake something.
Oh no, nigga, that's all the way
That's like
prop.
an
You can see
award.
split through that motherfucker. Goddamn.
The top part looked like
can't
that
even
thing they have
pretend
the
that shit
fly,
works.
like you know the thing that you catch flies with at night, that is
Yeah.
the zapper. That shit's the only thing that's missing in it.
Exactly. The goddamn light is the only thing missing.
That's a beekeeper.
Old Temptations, nigga. A beekeeper. It looked like something they should have put candy in this motherfucker. Like, get somebody a gift and it'd be like pepper in this motherfucker.
What the man? I can't read. I was about to say, Seabass, you text the wrong person.
Is that Chris? 202-839?
That's CJ.
Oh, CJ.
What'd he say?
I gotta say. I never know who CJ and who Chris is.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's why I had to say them niggas' numbers.
Oh shit, 892, and they both start.
I'm gonna give me a microphone, man. All right, hey, we out, man. This is all we're doing today, guys. There was no official intro.
I'm sorry,
thank you, JJ, for coming through.
I can't wait.
He came through. He was good while he lasted. He was here for about 10 minutes, and then his service went complete shit. So we'll have to, you just have to see his shit fuck up. But we definitely got a couple.
Got tired of us roasting them.
Yeah, we definitely got a couple good roasts on his Frozen picture. So that was funny. And then Seabass, you and Lottie are apparently the niggas of the group. Y'all always late. And y'all have
one time I don't log in 10 minutes before. Now I'm black.
Man, that's all that counts, man. You got all A's and one F. That's all I care about.
All A's and one F.
And you failed gym. So I'm pissed.
All I need is one F.
You failed
I
gym.
like to read. What do you want me to do? I enjoy reading. Hate exercise.
He got A in math, science, everything. Got to fail gym. Nah,
I'm not suiting up, coach. Screw you. All right, now, boys. I'll holler at y'all, man.
Yes, sir.